What is up? So, don't let your fear of dating scare you away from the woman that you are supposed to be with. A lot of guys, no matter who they are, have women in their orbit, wherever they hang out, in school, at the gym, at the library, at the grocery shop, wherever you are, that like them. And this whole 6 foot, six figures, all that other stuff, all that other good stuff that we hear on these famous podcasts are keeping the boys away from the girls that like them, that they could potentially have a great relationship with. And sometimes a lot of guys are in their heads. There's a lot of anxiety going on with, I think a lot of it has to do with, how the Me Too movement happened. These podcasts, online, these random podcasts popping up, just talking to, the women that are not the everyday woman in this world. A lot of sex workers are on there, on these podcasts. A lot of women that are unrealistic in their pursuits, let's just say. A lot of people in general that are unrealistic in their pursuits, are really scaring men away from dating, scaring men away from talking to girls, and it's like you've got these biological needs and wants that make you want to spark up a relationship with women. There's a lot of guys that want a great relationship. A lot of my friends want a relationship with a woman. They want something. A lot of them just say, "Oh man, I just want to, hook up and get a lot of girls and, things like that, and then just be by myself." But they don't mean it, because at the end of the day, they talk about girls that are great, wifey material, and it's like, bro, there's a lot of those out there. It's hard to think so, because there's so much just filthy content being pushed in our faces, so you can't even notice the good women out there. It's like the good women are being eclipsed, you feel me? So you don't even notice the good women out there. You just see all the crap, and it's like making things really hard for men right now. Because at the end of the day, I believe that every man is looking for a good relationship with a woman. Every single man. Guys are only saying they just want to hook up because it looks like girls are just out there, having multiple relationships at the same time with many men all at once, playing guys. That's what it looks like, because that's the stuff that gets the most views. That's the stuff that goes viral. That's the stuff that's being really pushed into our faces, because there is an agenda on social media to just catch our attention as much as they can and not let go of it, because the more attention they get, the more advertisers can advertise, and the more advertisers will pay those people on Instagram, on all of it. So it's like, even advertisers, I'm not saying the big advertisers like Google and Apple and stuff like that, but advertisers of random goods are using overly sexualized women to advertise their products, to get more views and to get more buys, which is putting them on the algorithm, especially on places like Instagram. I'm not saying YouTube necessarily. YouTube, not as much. YouTube, you will get a lot of views for just having a woman in your videos. It's happened in some of my videos. But on Instagram specifically, Instagram is overly sexualized right now, and they are using women, half-naked women, to advertise everything that they do. We see it every day. I've actually been going on Instagram less due to this fact, because I don't want my dopamine receptors to be totally fried due to seeing this stuff. you know, and my testosterone specifically is super high. So I am always thinking about sex. I'm always like, if there's a woman in front of me and she's beautiful, my eyes are locked in. It's tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? If I have a beautiful woman over here, which I've had a beautiful woman over here, what are we doing? I'm just super interested in her. I just want to, get intimate with her every day. Every time we see each other, intimacy is my number one thing that I'm thinking of, which is not a bad thing at all because it's a real woman. She's in front of me. It's not like I'm watching adult content on my phone, or I'm not looking at Instagram all day, which it's very tempting to look at Instagram and go to the explore page and you just see beautiful women all over it. And it'll sprinkle a little bit of car content in there because I love car content. I look at a lot of car stuff on Instagram. But for the most part, it's just women. Just the most beautiful, captivating women on Instagram, and that gets frustrating, bro. But not all women are out there just shaking ass, popping puss and just wearing the most skimpy outfits. That's not all of them. Because on Instagram, you will see, like, oh my god, 10 out of 10s just wearing tasteful outfits and never showing too much skin on their Instagram. Or you will see beautiful fitness women that have no OnlyFans link in their bio. It's just like a link to buy their workout program or their meal plans. And that is the most attractive thing that I see on there. So personally, I'm trying my best not to look at that stuff too much because a lot of you are using that content instead of going out there and talking to women. And that's part of it too. After 2020, it seems like touch has been lost. It seems like relationships have been completely wiped. So people are afraid to get outside their house and talk to women and approach women. I made it my duty to approach women for a while, talk to women, and keep my skills razor sharp so I don't lose that edge ever. I personally don't even think I could lose the edge, but just looking at adult content on your phone or just going on Instagram and looking at these girls shaking booty all over it, and just doing crazy things for the camera, that actually diminishes your hunger to do that. It diminishes your hunger to go up to women and talk to them. So try to do less of that. Cut it out. I'm not saying go cold turkey right away, but work up to it. Slowly stop looking at it. And then eventually just don't look at it at all. Try. I get it. These girls are fire. These girls are hot. But as long as we keep our attention away from it as much as we can, sex sells. So for the masses, that's not gonna happen. They're never gonna stop looking at it. Like, you go on under these girls' comments on Instagram and you see these guys just thirsting so hard, talking as if the girl even cares about them, talking as if the girl is going to give them the time of day. And it's sad to see. It really freaking is. But you try not to get into that. Try to stay away from it as much as you can, dude. It's gonna kill your hunger to talk to girls. It's gonna kill the odds of you getting a good relationship. It's gonna kill the odds of you even just getting to be intimate with women. Because a lot of these guys are impotent. They can't even get it up because they're just going around with the meat, looking at Instagram, and just doing it every freaking day. Here and there, okay. If you're on a dry spell and you do it once in a long time, whatever, all right, you're a man, you got needs, but instead of doing that, you could just go out and meet women. Like if you're really down bad like that, bro, go to the club. Like go to the club and spark up some conversations with girls. Sometimes there's a lot of girls that you're not going to connect with. You guys are not going to connect. It's going to be super dry. But there are going to be some girls or a girl that you're going to connect with, and it's going to be the best night of your life. Go out there, player. Come on. Like, clean up. Go talk to some girls. Have fun. Don't go there solely for that purpose, but just feel the vibe out. And somebody is going to feel you just like you feel them. It happens. It happens. If you actually put yourself out there, you get the vibes back. So my advice is, go out there, talk to girls. Don't be shy. Don't let any of the stuff that you see on there on Instagram, YouTube, socials in general discourage you from talking to girls. You're not making six figures. You don't need to make six figures. I've had times where I basically made nothing. I was younger. I basically made nothing at the time. And I had a part-time job. I was living at my mom's house. And I was getting more girls than I've ever had in my life. And then the one time I had my photography business, but it wasn't really making that much. I was doing more free shoots than anything, and then here and there I'll do a maternity shoot, I'll do a wedding here and there, and random shoots where people would pay me. And I was like 19 at the time or something like that, 19. And I was getting more girls than I've ever had in my life. I was getting more girls than now, So it has nothing to do with six figures and stuff. It has nothing to do with it. It has to do with confidence and just putting yourself out there. Sometimes, like, you don't even need your confidence meter to be at 100. You just need a little bit. And if the girl really likes you, she'll do a lot of the talking, and you just let her do a lot of the talking, and you are in there, bro. Okay? So just put yourself out there, and you are going to get what you need. My words for tonight. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.